everyone, happy day 227. Today being Wednesday and my Adoration Day, I headed over to Holy Trinity Church to spend some time before the Blessed Sacrament after dropping my boys off at school. I pulled into the parking lot around 8 o'clock, finished my daily morning phone call with my best friend Erin, grabbed the 2 books I'm reading, and went into the church. Lately, I've been using my adoration time to read since I have a really hard time sitting still with my thoughts. I used to get really frustrated with myself that I couldn't quiet my head down and sit there like the others around me, until one day not too long ago, a thought came to me. Maybe you will never be able to meditate the way you think you should. God might just have a different plan for you, Ashley. God works through people, and maybe He will use your struggle to relate to others. Since then, I decided to change my thinking. I now ask God daily to help me become the woman that He has called me to be, not who I think I should be. That little shift has made a huge difference. I have learned to accept my struggle, thank God for it, and persevere on. Like I always say, it's about looking for a way in, not a way out. Besides my Monican Mom's books, I have been reading 2 others. One of them I've been reading for about 3 weeks now. It's about the life of Teresa Newman. And the other one I started on Monday, called 33 Days to Morning Glory. It's a do-it-yourself retreat and preparation for Marian consecration. I bought this book about 3 years ago, looked at it briefly, but for some reason put it on my bookshelf for a later date. Well, that later date ended up being this past Monday. Since we are in the month of May, and May being the month of Mary, I wanted to do something geared towards bringing me closer to our Blessed Mother. I am someone that struggles with my relationship with Mary and her place in my life. So what better place to start building that relationship than to do a total consecration to Jesus through Mary? How it works is each day I'm to read a short reading, and then in between being a busy wife and mother, I spend as much time as I can pondering the day's teaching. I guess by the end of the book, I will have a deeper connection to Jesus through Mary. After I knelt down and bowed before the Blessed Sacrament, I found myself a spot in a pew, asked God to direct my thoughts, and pulled out of my bag the Teresa Newman book. I only had a few more chapters left, so I decided to start with that one. Once I finished the book, I sat there for a moment and reflected on her life and what I learned from this amazing mystic and stigmatist. Through reading about the life of Teresa Newman, my eyes were opened up to the true power of the Eucharist. Because of her story, I now understand less, but accept more. Once I was done reflecting on that book, I took out the other book, opened up to day 3, and read the teaching for the day. I then sat there as best as I could and tried to ponder about what I had just read. So far, I'm learning a lot, and I can't wait to see what the next 30 days reveal to me. At about 8:40, I packed up my stuff, grabbed Father Andrew's lunch from my car, brought it across the parking lot to the parish office, and then headed to St. Martin's Church for Mass at 9 o'clock. When Mass was over, I went home to grab some breakfast and then drove back to my boys' school for the crowning of Mary celebration. Because Billy's class made their first communion and confirmation this year, they led the school in songs and laid flowers at Mary's feet. When the celebration was over, I headed home once again to do some writing before picking the boys up at 2:40. Overall, the day was a very busy day, but filled with so many great things. Sometimes in the middle of all of the craziness of running around, I stop and think about how blessed I truly am. When I retired from my career a little over 2 years ago to live more of a life of service and to work on my book, I would have never imagined I would have ended up here. Today, I am not just living a life of service. I am living my life for God. I hope all of you out there have a blessed day 227. Please know that I am praying for you always, and I will see you tomorrow.